As you can see several previous files, it's very convenient if you have different formats for each cells. For example, like for the title, you can put some colors on it and change the number system, like just a number or percentages and how many decimals you want to put in there, and even changing the lines system, like just regular one and more bold-faced one and the double lines. So it's very convenient to see which part is for what if you have this kind of different formats for each cell. So in this task we want to handle how we put these different formats. Okay, let's go to formatting number 2, Worksheet here. Okay, there are two ways to select a table. The first one is just dragging one corner of the table to the opposite side of the corner of the table. So that's how you can select this table. Or just to select any cell within that table, no matter this one or that, and just to click Control, Shift, and number 8. Then you select the entire table by that. The second method is much better if you have really large tables compared to dragging the whole table by yourself. Okay. Then let's go to these border lines, and right now this one only gives the line at the bottom, but there are many different choices. And how about all borders? Then it gives you the border lines like this. The next reasonable formatting is it's clear that the sales data should be the title for this whole entire table. So instead of placing at the corner, how about putting them in the middle of this first line? Okay, there are two different ways to handle that. First one is, I think it's the most popular one, is selecting that reason and merging that cells all together. Can you see this, right? Then because of this selection of center text, our title is placed on the center of this entire merged cells. If you don't like it, then just select the cell and click this one again. Then it returns the original style, except it's just losing that border lines around there. Okay, so that's the one way you can do that. So let me just make that border line one more time here. But another one is just to select that range by that and right click on any place of the selected range and choose format cells. And you can choose this one by clicking that Control N1, but I prefer using mouse here, and choose alignment. Then this is not that much popular, but like one of these horizontal arrangement, there is center across selection, and you can guess what's going to happen if you select it, right? Click OK. Then without merging the cell by yourself, it's automatically send this title in the middle of the selected cells. The difference between these two methods is by merging it, you are going to have only one kind of cell, merging cell, but by the second method, each cell still can be selected independently like that, but our title is just placed in the whole entire selected area. Okay, let's change. How about the font of the title? We want to use usually a different style for the title, right? So to change the font for this title, go to font, and right now is Arial, but you can change to anything. In our lecture note, it suggests Poor Richard, and the list of these fonts is varied to each different system computers, but I believe you are going to have this Poor Richard here like that, and font style is bold, typical fonts for title. And let's change the size to 14. Okay, and color could be white. So if you change to white one, you cannot see anything right by that, right? But the reason is, instead of white background, we want to change the background color by selecting this one. So in our lecture note it suggests dark blue, but you can just choose anything. So let me just choose purple. Then by that way we can have more clear data, the title for this table. Next part is we want to separate these titles for each column and rows from the actual data. So let's select this part, and while holding down Control, just select this one too. Then you can see these parts are selected together. And let's change the color of that part to yellow. Okay, let's change the formats of the numbers. So let's select this much, and there are two ways to open the formatting this one. First one, which is my favorite, right click, format cells, then it opens this dialog box, and go to accounting, and the symbol is dollar signs, then it produces that way. If you don't want dollar sign and the meaning of these numbers are not that, then go back, go to account and choose none and click OK. It goes back to original style. But there is another way to do this. You can see a small box here at the number group. Click that and it opens exactly the same thing. So you can choose anything in here and click OK. Will give that same results. Okay, the last one is the total, because we want to treat this one a little bit different than this data files. So select this whole thing and go to go to border, and how about style? I might do a different way than your lecture note, but you see there are a lot of varieties. So choose double lines. Okay, then you can actually draw it, like that. Of course, at the same time we can change the line colors to something else, like that. So to green, like this. So now you can change whatever you want by that way. Okay, but sometimes drawing that by yourself takes long, or whatever the reason is, we don't like it, then select anything and right click, bring up that format cell, this one again, and go to a border, then change the thickness and even the color. So choose some other colors. How about this one? Okay, so can you see that it's changed like that? And so you can just change whatever you need here. Okay, and there are some other stuffs like changing font and alignment and fill with some other colors. So instead of this, how about a little bit bluish colors over on that? Okay, so click OK, and these are the results for that.